Today on Worship in 360, I am exploring the topic of revenge, which I suggest is lazy love. Stick with me as we dive in. Jesus puts his finger on our struggle with revenge in Matthew chapter 5. Look at verse 43. You have heard the law that says, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. In Jesus' day, most people followed the law of retribution, which goes something like this. Whatever you do to me, I do back to you in order to make it fair. Now, here's a shocker. The humans in Jesus' day used the law of retribution as an excuse to stick it to each other, to ramp it up a notch. And the truth is, you and I are no different. We want justice. Why? Because we have a justice thread. And when our justice thread gets tweaked, we become illogical and unloving. I think Jesus knows that revenge shrinks my heart. And when my heart shrinks, my love becomes lazy. So Jesus goes on in verse 46 to say, if you love only those who love you, what reward is there for that? If you are kind only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Friends, I find that our hearts cannot contain both revenge and love, so Jesus invites us to this graduate level love. Love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. I invite you to wrestle with this text in Matthew chapter 5. So we provide a message discussion guide with some conversation tools. Huddle with some family or friends and be honest about your own struggles with revenge. Let's learn from Jesus and from Jesus' followers. It is Martin Luther King who is quoted as saying, love is the only thing that can turn an enemy into a friend. See, love flips the script. Love turns the world right side up. But beware of this graduate level love. It'll require an elevated level of workout where you feel the burn, using a muscle you don't usually use, the muscle of love your enemies. And when we do that, we become a true child of God. Come on, let's stop being so lazy with our love. Let's pass the duck test. If it looks like a duck and walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. If you look like Jesus, walk like Jesus, and quack like Jesus, you're probably a follower of Jesus. Now, here's your workout for this week. You know the experience of being in a drive-thru and you get to the window and discover the person in front of you paid for your beverage. It's the pay it forward game. Now watch out, Jesus is going to elevate this pay it forward game to another level as he suggests we pay it forward in everyday life, especially to our enemies. Let's get to work flipping the script of revenge. Use the Spotify list of worship songs from Sunday. Soften your heart and calm your spirit. Lean into God's design for you by serving others, people different from you and just like you. You can start on Friday through Soup for the Soul at Jerome Church and invest financially in Jerome Church or your own home church. Free up your financial house to serve all kinds of people. Giving is not about whether I feel like it. It's about a lifestyle choice. I pray you are firmly connected to Jesus, that you are more spiritually fit every day, and I look forward to seeing you right here next week.